Hello everyone, welcome back to the dev updates for Strong Compute Manager. We are very close to getting a fully featured game ready and it is starting to look like a game. So we get to show you some of the visual upgrades the team has been working on. So as you can see, we've got some updated textures and updated lighting in our engine. We've got some really nice shadows. Everything is looking more real than ever. And you can also see we've got some particles in the works. We're going to have many particle effects playing when jobs are running, when things complete are created and deleted, just to make it feel more like a game and less like a sandbox.
Yeah, very cool. So the region texture, that is starting to feel more like the Cyberpunk city map, which I think is a lot more aesthetically pleasing. So that's great. We can pull in to dial up the resolution, dial down the scale a little bit.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it is heading in the right direction.
Yeah, we've also got some really nice shaders on jobs here, so you can see what they look like when they're actually running, and they have like a little wavy effect to show you they're in progress. We're gonna add little magic particles on top to show that they're running as well, just to give a little bit of life to the jobs here.
Now, I think this was in last week, but it might be more obvious this week, is that the GPUs, while they're running, obviously warm up.
We
can see that through the job now really easily as well.
Yeah, if we hit play, so it's actually running, you can see them sort of update every second. We've got some other features showing off right now in testing with nodes sort of dying. But yeah, the GPUs will update over time, their temperatures, their usage, all of that too. We can hook into all of that for the visuals. We're doing temperature right now. We're going to make it so if something is maybe close to becoming unhealthy, like we just saw here, we'll show some kind of visual indicator. So it's not just like a massive jump scare. Something you might be able to pay attention to in the real world as well.
Yeah, cool. And maybe we could like use more than color to differentiate these spaces. Like maybe there's a little med bay texture or like a first aid texture. The nodes, maybe I'm not sure what to use for the nodes that are spare, that are unutilized. The white texture right now is not sort of super.
Yeah, they sort of all currently look like they're all in use doing something, while these ones in the unhealthy and unassigned spaces are kind of just on the back burner, either unavailable for use or standing by for use. So there's work that can be done here. It does look really nice though with the upgraded lighting.
It does look a lot
very
prettier.
vivid.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So
and those transparent jobs that maybe you could go a little heavier with some borders there, but they are doing a nice job of showing the GPUs are occupied while still letting you see through to the health status of the GPU, which right now we're just indicating the temperature, but later on we could have other effects or indicators to indicate performance utilization, if there's any degradation, if there's like scaling or any performance scaling going on.
Yeah, that's right. You can really tell that stuff is going on now instead of it just being like a solid little item hovering over the world.
Yeah.
Awesome. In addition to these visual changes, we got some other features going on. We've got a graph showing you your current budget now, and this will show you in different increments of time as you play the game, so you can see how your budget has gone up or down. We can apply this new chart system to many different things, such as the usage for compute that we talked about before, and other things like all of your expenses. We could add any kind of charts in, and your saved data will save it over time. So once you load the game back up, it's still all going to be there.
Cool. And is this a charting library you've developed or you've implemented?
This is a very, very open library called Chart.js that I've hooked our current system into because it is it's very open, and it's an open-ended framework that lets you plug your own data in, and I've modified it to format to our data, so we don't have to change what we're doing. We just kind of fit it in.
Yeah, cool. And are you doing your own rollup on that? So you're doing because you're doing you said every 5 seconds for a minute, every minute for 30 minutes. Like, are you doing that rollup?
That is us. Yeah. So nice. I've got our system handling it ourselves. The chart library isn't doing any data culling itself. I'm making sure that every 5 seconds it's polling and saving stuff, and then once data is too old, it will save like the earliest record for that hour or the earliest record for that day, so that once you go to the greatest times, you're not saving one data point every 5 seconds for 30 days, because that's just a complete waste of saved data. We only need to really see what we're able to see back in time.
Very cool. Okay.
So, yeah, we've also got some new features. Your users will request that they have containers, and these little charts here, these little these are progress bars. This will show how long you have before they start to get pissed at you, and your their satisfaction will go down. So if I do start this up, it's going to show these nodes dying, which is okay. But we can see these are going to go up, and over time they're going to start to get more annoyed until I go and put their containers onto a thing, and their containers are starting up, and then they'll be happy.
Cool.
Yeah.
So basically the core budgets that we're working with are maybe a little Frostpunk-inspired, where you've got money, you've got resources, and then you've also got the temperament of your the engineers that are using the clusters that you as the DevOps person are responsible for, and we can sort of see them become more or less favorable to your management of the cluster.
And that can start influencing how well your stuff starts going in and how well the jobs are going to run.
And then I wonder, like on the cache side of things, is it going to be a hard line, or are we going to have like the sentiment of management that is like happier if you're saving money, or like more frustrated if you're going over budget?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like your crew would be kind of upset if you're blowing money on things that aren't going to be relevant to them. So if you're hiring just an absolute crap ton of compute you're not using, and all of that budget is going to maintaining those when you're only maybe using about 30% of it for the stuff you actually need. Maybe you're not taking advantage of the bursting feature, which I can show off for a second, that you can just drag down here to go and burst something really, really easily. If you're not taking advantage of everything you have access to and you're just kind of blowing money on stuff, they might get upset as well.
Yeah. Wow, this looks so good.
It looks
I want
really
to play
cool.
it. I want to.
Yeah, we're close.
Play the game.
We're close. All right. Well, that's this week's update. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Xander.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ethan.
Thank you, Ethan.